We're talking about journals today because they're important. And I'm going to tell you why they're important. This video is going to be very rambly. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different topics, so if you want a more concise, well thought out video, this isn't the one for you. I ramble. I get to things not organized, but I think that's a testament to what it is that I'm going to talk about in this video, with the importance of having a messy journal. That's the overall consensus of the video, is having a messy journal and the importance of it, and a journal in general. You need one. You do. And if this camera is shaking, I'm sorry, it's on my bed. It's midnight. I'm getting ready to go to sleep, that's the vibe. If you want to watch like a more concise video, check out Crystal's channel. I'll link her channel down below. And she has a great video on keeping a messy book. But I am not one to plan the things that I'm going to say or outline a video, simply because that's not how my brain works, and if I do that, I feel like I'm being like inauthentic almost for some reason. But I'm going to share my thoughts on journaling and why it's such an important thing for me, and why I think it should be important for you as well, especially keeping a messy journal. I think a lot of us are so, when it comes to journaling, we see people online. I'm going to put one of these on the mic, so bear with me for a second if it's loud or something. I don't know how to do this. I can't see. Is that good? Hopefully it sounds better. I think a lot of us, maybe more people around my age, I'm 22, I think people around my age, when it comes to journaling, we grew up in a time where social media was becoming prevalent, and I think a lot of the journaling stuff that I know of, at least, was like bullet journaling and like these really nicely organized, drawn journals, and like very, I don't know what the word is, very just perfect books. And study blur was a big thing growing up for me. Having your notes all organized super nicely with perfect handwriting and all this stuff. And I think I fell into that trap because I used to bullet journal. That's where I really started getting into journaling in the way that I journal now. Was like middle school bullet journaling. And I never finished a book, ever, front to back, until last year. And I always was like, can't I not finish a book? Why can't I ever stick to a journal? Why can't I ever write down my thoughts every night? It's because it wasn't me. And it's taken me a long time to understand that this system that I have right here, which I'll talk about, I've already talked about it in the last two videos, if you want to, or the last singular video, if you want to check it out. I was trying all these different methods and these different popular planners and books and stuff, and none of it stuck, because there's so many different aspects of myself that I want to nurture when it comes to journaling and keeping a journal. I want to nurture my creativity, whether that is drawing, writing stories, writing poems, songs, whatever it is. I want to nurture my creativity. I also want to be documenting. That's a big thing for me, is like documenting the things that I do so I can look back and see all the stuff that I've done. And I also just forget a lot of things, and I like to remember. I like to know things, but I forget things a lot. Third is just documenting feelings and working through feelings that maybe I don't understand right now, but once I write it out, I can see it, and that helps. And I also just like the aesthetic of a journal. I think people who keep a journal are really cool, and I think just knowing that somebody has a place where they put their heart and soul into, to me, is a very bright green flag. I think in order to keep a journal, you have to be somewhat self-aware. You have to be able to look at yourself honestly, look at yourself in the mirror, and recognize the good and bad things about yourself. And I think to have a journal, more or less, is to help better yourself. Maybe not intentionally, like, I'm doing this for self-help. I'm doing this to be bigger than me, But I think you do it for the benefit of yourself, whether that is artistically, emotionally, whatever. So those are the reasons why I journal. I've also just always had a weird obsession with stationery supplies and notebooks. Like, ever since I was a kid, my parents used to say that I had a stationery store in my closet because I hoarded stationery supplies and art supplies. And I don't know, I just always have liked pens and paper and pencils and stuff. And I think it's just kind of like a part of me. But it's been hard to find what works for me, which you would think would be easy for someone who really enjoys this stuff, but it's not. I just found out that this is for me. This is a Moleskine sketchbook that I've had since 2017. I've probably had it since 2016. But in the front of this book, I'm going to see if I can put that right there. Hopefully you can hear me. In the front of this book, I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can. The front of this book has a little doodle in it from, I gotta remember to cover this stuff so you don't see certain things. Inktober 2017 is on here. And I saw a video by Crystal, who I talked about, the one about having a messy journal, and I think that was like the last piece of the puzzle I needed for it to click with me. I've always known that I've craved like a system like this, and like craved having everything in one place and having a place where I can just put me into. But seeing her video really made it all make sense. My grandma, who I never met, kept journals and notebooks, and I have a couple of them on my dresser over there. And her books are the same. They're very organized, but not. She writes about random things and important events. And when I read those journals, I got them last year, and I read them for the first time. I was like, this is what I like in a journal. I like seeing these like mundane things alongside big events. I think a lot of us focus on like documenting these great things that happen to us and big emotions when there's stuff every day that is important. And I like to look back at stuff that I've written years ago and see all of the little things that I write and just random little thoughts that I've had. So I took out this sketchbook and told myself to just use it. No rules. It's not a journal. It's not a sketchbook. It's not a commonplace book. It is just a place to empty my brain whenever I want about whatever I want. It has completely changed my life. It's been 5 days that I've been using this book. I have never felt so motivated or attached to a book ever. And I look at this book and it really just feels like an extension of myself. It feels like my brain visually. And I like it so much because it's not neat and it doesn't have to be. I do whatever I want in here, and it's to express myself. It has also fueled my creativity exponentially. I've done like 12 different drawings in here over the last 5 days. That's more than I've done in the last 2 weeks. And just the amount of creativity that comes along with it, I think it's so important to have something like this. I think we have so much going on in our brains nowadays with everything that happens in the world, and social media is just so quick and fast-paced that we forget these little things that happen are still important, and it's fun to document this stuff and write our thoughts down. I have a ton of things in here that are just random thoughts throughout the day. Nothing of importance, necessarily, but I just like it. Like, I have a thought about a pen that I'm writing with, and I say, trying to like writing with this pen, but it's just not good for writing with. Love drawing with it though. Such good shading, it's super fun. That doesn't mean anything. But my thought, which is such an abstract thing, doesn't exist, written down, then makes it exist. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why that even makes me feel good, but it does. But I have been taking this book everywhere. My rule has been, if my phone is going somewhere, the book is going somewhere. There's not a single scenario where I can think of where I couldn't bring my book, but I can bring my phone. Why can I bring my phone somewhere, but not my book? Why is that? Where would I ever be? I always take a bag with me, and at first I was like, well, this book doesn't fit in all of my bags. Get a bigger bag. The bag is the problem, not the book. Do whatever you can to take the book with you. Make an attachment to your belt or something that you can slide it in. Make it an attachment to put your phone attached to the book if you need to. Take the book everywhere. Everywhere. If your phone is going somewhere, take the book. Reach for your book more than you reach for the phone. Your creativity will spike. You will be more in tune with yourself and your thoughts and your feelings and everything. Take it with you. If your bag is too small to fit the book, get a bigger bag. The bag is the problem, not the book. Take it everywhere. I have been talking to a friend of mine who I've known her for like a year or so, I think. I don't know. I think I've known her for over a year. Her name's Katya. If you're watching, hello. She messaged me and told me, she's like, I saw your last video and like it really inspired me to start using a book like that, or just like to take a journal and use it in that way. And so her and I were talking all day today about our journals and like how different it feels, because she's very similar to me in the sense that we felt like our journal had to be this perfect, picturesque, nice looking thing because social media makes it seem like it needs to be, but it doesn't. And both of us have been telling each other like how freeing this feels and how simple of an idea that it is, but it's effective. It's so effective, and it's insane to me because it is such a simple thing. It's like, duh, I'm going to use my journal to write whatever I want, but it's not that simple all the time, especially for creative people. I feel like we want to have things that are specified for different aspects of our life, and for me, especially if you're just interested in stationery like I am, I want to buy multiple books. I want to have multiple books. I like to try all the planners and try all this stationery. That something as simple as this kind of just like flies under the radar. But oh my god, I can't express how much this has changed my life in 5 days. Please try. Get a book. You probably have a book somewhere in your room that you bought and stopped using. Pick it up. It can be ugly. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a nice one. Just pick it up. Take it with you everywhere. Everywhere. Do it for a week. Journal. Don't know where to start? If you don't know where to start, this is what I want you to do. Get the book. Your first note. Write down how you feel about the journal currently. What it is that you're worried about, what it is. Maybe you're listening to me and you're like, oh, it's not gonna do that for me. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna help me. Write that down. Write down exactly how you're feeling about it. In a week, come back, write out how you feel with that journal at the end of the week. I guarantee you, it will change your life. But you have to go into it with no rules for the book. Don't even set the rule of finishing the book. Don't tell yourself you have to write in it every day. Don't tell yourself that it needs to look good. Don't tell yourself that you have to use only one pen in it. No rules. You can use any pen you want. You can write in it as much as you want. You can draw in it. You can rub stuff all over it. It doesn't matter. No rules. Do not set a single rule. The only rule that you need to set, 2 rules you need to set. 1, take it everywhere you go. And 2, use it whenever that feels necessary for you. Do those 2 things. At the end of the week, I promise you, you will feel different. I'm sure within the first day, you will start to be excited to journal, excited to open this and use it, and you'll love the book. Just use it for anything. I don't know. I've taken this with me. I took this with me to Disneyland, and I just sketched in it while I was waiting in line and wrote down little notes of things. I took it into a Clairo concert. Who takes a journal to a concert? I don't know. I did. Because this comes with me everywhere. And I pasted in my ticket and whatever. But just take it and journal and sketch. You don't even have to be an artist, but sketch something maybe. Have fun. I promise you, you're gonna feel so good. It's going to feel so freeing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to articulate the things that I want to say. And I don't know if I even did a good job at it, but I don't know. It's really messed me up in a good way, this book. And I I literally just want to like sleep with the book. Like I just want to go to bed like this and sleep with it and never let it go and just take it everywhere that I go. Write everything in it. I've never felt such a deep connection to a journal before. And I don't know, this like blows every other journal I've ever used out of the water. It's just so, I don't know. Please try. Especially if you're a creative person and if you're an artist and you're struggling right now, please. A journal is so important. We can't keep everything in our heads. We have to express it somewhere. And a lot of the times it's hard to create art. A lot of us don't have a lot of time to do it. Take this with you everywhere. Make time for it. It'll help you tremendously. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've said everything I want to say, maybe. Probably not. I know I'm gonna want to make another video about this in a minute, but yeah, I'll show you some stuff maybe in here really quickly. I have an entry in here in this top corner up here. I wrote that while I was in traffic. The car was parked. It was standstill traffic that I was in for 15 minutes. Took out the journal, wrote, I'm literally in traffic right now, you know? I have another entry about UFOs and how I wish they were real. Just a short little blurb. I've got a list of things that I want to do. I got a Spirit Halloween coupon pasted in here. Because if I'm taking it everywhere, I'm eventually going to end up at a Spirit Halloween, and then boom, there's my coupon. Claro ticket. And then just a few random notes over here of different things. I don't know. It's just, I look at the book and I feel like it's me. And I'm so connected to it. I don't know. Please try. Get the book. Do it. I don't have anything else to say. I'm running out of things to say. It's time for bed. But get a book. Oh my god. Get a journal, please. You need a journal. Everybody needs a journal. Everybody on this planet needs a journal. It should be a law that everybody must keep a journal. I'm going to bed now. I'm feeling delirious. Well, I'm probably going to write in here, and then I'm going to go to bed. But I just wanted to pop in and maybe offer some inspiration and more thoughts. This, for me, is a supplement to this, which is a supplement to this. Just another way to document my thoughts and my feelings in my life. The same way that this helps with that, so does making videos. I like to look back at them. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go, because I'm getting really tired, and I'm running out of words to say, and I feel like my words are starting to slur a little bit, so I'm gonna go. But please get a journal. Don't put a single rule on it, just the rule of taking it everywhere you go, and to use it. In 1 week, you will feel so different. And you will feel like you're here on Earth. I need there to be like a psychological study, and I'm sure there is, on how powerful journaling is. I'm gonna go. I'm done talking. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You can buy my art. I make stickers, prints, enamel pins, sculptures, all down below if you want to check it out. And go check out Crystal's channel. She explains things better than I ever can. And I ramble too much, you know. I'm not concise. But that's why this does wonders. Way to go now. Okay, I'm gonna go for real now. See you. Thanks for watching. Get a journal. Go get one. Now. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Go get one. Okay, bye.